Hey guys, welcome to the channel, Sonny here, and today we're going to take a look at all things Edania gear related. So I've been getting, of course, a lot of questions here with crystals, upgrade path, and all of that. So I figured I would make a video so you guys getting into it or doing it already, you know what to prioritize and what to look for. So we're gonna go through a couple of things here. First is just like I made a basic loadout here for like the rough AP needed to start doing Mirror Mummy or right, to get the Endtimes or the Nymphomania Castle, I think it's called. So like just a basic setup here. It gets kind of steep on the AP requirements for the bosses, right? But you should be able to do it with around 360 AP. With the red buff up here, right? It adds a lot. And then with the different crystals. So quickly, let's look at some stuff here. In terms of the Reforge Stones on your weapons, this is what I would recommend. Let's do like crit damage, back attack, DR, and AP. And then you want to use either a critical hit rate or BSR on the last one. It depends on your class. And basically, if you have a lot of abilities with 50% crit rate and don't have any self-crit rate buffs, you're going to have 98% crit rate passively. Like 50% on the skills, plus 30% from the add-ons, plus 18% from the 5 crit. That's 98%, right? If you have a lot of 50%, I would use 1 critical hit rate to make sure you cap it out. It is the best increase you can get. Now, obviously, that means every time you go down, say you have some 40%ers or 45%ers or below, then you want to add them in here. It's better having the critical hit rates than anything else, really. So check your skills, check your buffs. I can't tell you like what it is. You look at your abilities. If you have a lot of damage abilities with 50 or 40 or below, then you want to put in more crit rate. Like on a witch, I would probably use 3 or Wake Witch because there's a lot of pet attacks with 25% crit only. I think also on Deadeye, you want to cap them out, etc, etc. Right, I just wanted to cover that real quick. Next up is the artifacts, right? You want to use Kabua artifacts. I will cover like the upgrade path with Endtimes and everything later. I put one of the heralding. You won't be able to grind these in the beginning. They only drop from Karshan and Kaphras, the Tinnabraum and the Zephyr castles. But you could try and put bits in. It adds another 3 AP and some DR. They're very, very nice if you put them on your Kabuas, right? But otherwise, you're just using Kabuas. The best Lightstone combo for this is, without a doubt, the Twisted Lightstone combo. 3 Twisted and Iridescence. They're very expensive, but they are great, especially because AP is very, very strong here, and you don't want to lose the DR. So that is pretty much the cookie cutter setup. Now, let's quickly touch on crystals. For crystals, and of course, link in the description for all of these, right? This here is the BIS Edana setup. This is the cookie cutter. If you have enough AP, you basically take your regular BIS setup for AP, and you drop the 4 mechas, and you put in your 2 resistance crystals, and then 2 bitterness. The bitterness is crazy good DP value, and it's gonna be very nice, especially when you get to Orbiter and above, right? So this is the setup I would be running, and you put your Ruin Crystal, whatever you have here, to max it out. Now down here, obviously you want to eventually upgrade your hand crystals. I've put in a BSR crystal. If you have the AP, this is important, if you're over AP caps, only if you're over, then, and you can afford to still be over by using BSR crystals, I would recommend doing it. I personally grind with 2 BSR crystals, and it allows me to these AFK phases to just build up my BSR to 150%. And also making sure I don't overlap for my class I play warrior. My attack speed on E buff and C buff doesn't stack. So like I try to spread them out, and then I don't want to use my BSR when I have E buff up. So this will actually increase your clear speed a lot if you can start filtering in BSR crystals. But that's very, very in-game, right? I have another progression here. This is the one I'm going to be like just using in the AP caps here for my Mirror Mummy grind, right? Again, you just basically swap out the mechas for resist crystals, and then the highest tier of ruin you have. If it's the Dusky from the Von right? From Jardine, then use that, and then whenever you get the bond, you transition to that and change it. But this here is basically the setup with your Djinn crystals. Next up is buffs, and yeah, like this is like full end time. So here I have the setup I'm using at the moment. Or like what I would recommend, right, for people to do. Of course, you want your Villa buff, you want your Symbol Cron. Perfume of Courage is just better. It's cheaper. You get 5 more AP if you use the upgraded, but they're sold out, they're hard to get. Perfume of Courage, totally fine. If you're over the AP cap, then you switch this one into a Deep Sea. As long as you can keep on the AP cap. After the 5%, it's just, yeah. You drop AP for other stuff like DR, Deep Seas, or BSR crystals. And then, of course, you want to use Harmony, Edania, and Church buffs, AP and DP, AP house buff, and you really want to get the Croc de la horse gear so you can do a wind buff. If you have the Dad horse, you just need to set on and get all 3 buffs, right? But the AP buff here is super nice too. So that's the cookie cutter setup of buffs you want to be using when you're out grinding. Okay, next up, I guess, is the talk about end times. So as soon as you get to the Nympho castle, and you can start grinding there and do get your end times. Maybe you can buy some as well. Then you need to upgrade the gear. And which is the priority? Well, the priority is going to be your Lightstones first. They are by far the best value. So you can upgrade Lightstones and you can upgrade your Dawn crystals. So it takes 30 end times to upgrade a Lightstone and 100 for a Dawn crystal. So you want to prioritize upgrading probably your Twister set if you have it. Otherwise, if you're over AP caps, I should probably mention this real quick. If you're over AP caps, the best one to use is most of the time going to be Vicious Shadow. That's the one I pretty much always use. And then you can upgrade that also. All right, so upgrade your Lightstones first. It gives you way more AP per stat. For example, if I have a 90, my first 90, I can upgrade 3 Twisted. That's going to give me 6 AP, 6 Edana AP for 90. Alternative is to spend 100 on a Dawn and get 3 AP. So it's over double the AP value upgrading my Lightstones first per end time. So that's the priority. You do your probably your PvE. If you're doing progression, you do a PvE Lightstones first. If you're into PvP, then you could do those first. If you're comfy grinding where you are, you got the AP and everything. And then basically sort out like your basic sets of Lightstones, and then you move over and upgrade your Dawns. I would prioritize upgrading my my AP Dawns first. AP Dawns first. When you have a full set of AP Dawns, then you can start looking at either accuracy or maybe the BSR for PvP and PvE. So that would be the priority for those. Also, a quick note, I have another video on this, but I might as well mention here as well. PA changed the weekly quest of how you can get the end times. So there is a weekly quest out at 4 of the castles, Nympho, Orbiter, Tenebraum, and Zephyr Castle. They have a weekly quest of killing to give you 10, 15 at the Zephyr, and you can do all of them if you have the gear for it. If you can kill Jardine, if you have the gear to kill the boss Jardine, it unlocks the weekly quest for the next castle. So you don't need the gear Rex anymore to do the quest, right? Which means this gear right here, even though you don't have enough to kill the mermaid boss, you have enough to kill Jardine. So you kill Jardine, and then you can get the 10 weekly end times out at the Nympho castle, right? As soon as you can kill Mermummy, you can then do the Orbiter weekly quest as well. You can do both of them. So that would be 20 end times per week when you're at that point. Do them, they're crazy good. I do all of them myself. Last thing I want to talk about real quick here is the upgrading on your armors. So whenever you start getting the stones, when you get a Tit armor, you can convert it into a Edana armor. Also, while it's possible, do the quest right. Get those 5 stones. What you want to do is most likely upgrade your chest and helmet first. It gives the most amount of hidden DR. You get, I think it's 11 DR on upgrading them. The gloves will give you 50 accuracy, a total of 100 when you convert them. But it's not gonna give you any DR, it's gonna give you evasion, and the boost is gonna give you a ton of evasion. So you don't need the accuracy for PvE. But if you do PvP, that could be great to upgrade first or second. But in terms of PvE, you want to upgrade your chest and helmet first, since it gives you the most amount of DR, which is a very nice stat for endgame grinding. But that's it. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. I'll see you all in the next one.